Dubravka got up the highest. Well, I think it was Dubry who made the final contact. Almost got in each other's way then. Kelly's clearance didn't go where he wanted it, but Radaby, as ever, using his positional instinct.
It's almost like the old days when you first started watching football, and when the goalie catches the ball now and they start running around the area.
Yeah, that's one of the new laws, if you like, that's come in this season. They can run as far as they want as long as they release it in 6 seconds.
Well, that was better, quite simple. It was better because Nigel Martin's awareness for a quick throw. Leeds broke quickly. The man-for-man marking wasn't in place, and just for a moment Leeds got a bit of room in the last third for one of the few times in this match.
Oh, the defender's taken a chance, and Smith has punished him. And a timely moment to remind you that every time Alan Smith has scored, Leeds United have gone on to win.
Well, you can try and make good play, create things, do everything, but this is all down to just a bad error of judgment from Stranzl. He's defended well, the big lad, all day, but look at the leap from Viduka. That was pretty impressive from the Australian. And full marks to Smith, and I think it was back out, didn't give it up. And Bridges, they both went in there hoping that a mistake would be made. A mistake was made, and Smith punished him.
It's his first goal since he scored against Manchester City in an FA Cup tie way back in January. Leeds United's first goal of the European season. How important it could be. And Smith did well to lose the defender again. To trouble himself. And a very impressive charge from the back till Radaby stopped Zelic in his tracks. And something went on off the ball then, which the crowd on the far side saw. They're furious, and the referee saw it too. It's a red card. Everything going Leeds United's way all of a sudden.
To say, certainly when he went in with the tackle, something must have gone on. I certainly followed the ball, but he looks amazed. He had a tackle just moments earlier, he's gone in for that one. Well, I have to say, I'm absolutely amazed at that decision. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, you might argue even a yellow card would have been hard.
Well, the simple fact of the matter is, from what we saw there, he didn't make contact. Now, it's amazing. For 40 minutes, I've said what a good game this referee has had. And in a second, well, he's just made a most ridiculous of decisions.
So in the space of a few minutes, Leeds United have taken the lead and seen their opponents reduced to 10 men. And what an unhappy return for the Australian international Ned Zelic, who, as I mentioned earlier in the half, did have a couple of matches on trial here a few years ago. Leeds have got their tails up now on a long-range effort by the core, testing goalkeeper Hoffman.
Well, I think David O'Leary's got to get his team up for 3 minutes now. Get them going forward and get them on the front foot. The Germans have not had time to reorganise. Half-time will give them that opportunity. So if Leeds could strike again now, in the last 2 or 3 minutes of this first half, well, they're still looking about, trying to fix what they're doing. What a bonus that would be as well.
Hassler for the Germans. It's a good cross. And Ian Hard, who was injured in that tackle by Zelic, has just been waved back on by the referee. Sometimes the reaction of a crowd can have an influence on a referee. There's not much doubt about that. And I just wonder if that was one of those occasions. The crowd roared their disapproval. I thought something had happened off the ball. Decent effort by Bolyai.
Yeah, always going wide. Corner's been given. Obviously the deflection there. Again, I'm not so sure it came off anybody. But I have to say that one or two decisions, Leeds, important ones, have just gone their way in this half. None more so than the sending off.
Terrific end to the half for Leeds United. Can they get another? But Dewberry committed the foul. Bit strong, that ball from Bowyer to Hart. Well, perhaps we can shed some light on that sending off with our touchline reporter Claire Tomlinson. Claire.
Well, I've just spoken to Ned Zelic in the tunnel. He said it was absolutely nothing. The referee gave him absolutely no explanation as to why he'd been sent off, and he feels the decision was ludicrous.
Thanks, Claire. And I think a few people might agree with that assessment. Disappointment for Ned Zelic, a player who knows British football, played briefly for Queen's Park Rangers and Glasgow Rangers a few years ago. Really wanted to make an impact tonight, but not in that way. Radaby wins the header. There'll be a minute added to this half. Bierofka wins it back. Cherney under pressure, did well. So did Dacour. Bowyer drives on. Bridges and Viduka ahead of him. Bridges it is who takes over. Oh, great play. Wonderful play by Bridges. And Mikkelen's made a mess of the clearance for the first time.
Well, that's what I mean, Alan. Strike now. That's what they're looking to do, get another.
And they might. This time Mikkelen makes a cleaner contact. Leeds have a corner though. It'll just about be the final action of the half.
Well, they've got to realise that. They may well have seen the board, and this corner has to be taken quickly, surely. I just can't believe how slowly they're going about this, Leeds.
Well, officially, that stoppage time is now complete. Dewberry climbs, Hoffman climbed higher. The first half does indeed come to an end, and Alan Smith has ended what's been a bit of a goal drought for him. 15 matches at the end of last season without a goal. Now he has scored the only goal of this first half to reward Leeds United for their greater possession and pressure. But as ever, the referee, the man in the spotlight, Kostas Kapitanis, harshly producing a red card for Ned Zelic, the Australian international defender, for a challenge on Ian Hart. And those two incidents have certainly edged the game, and maybe the tie in Leeds United's favour here. The half-time score: Leeds United 1, 1860 Munich 0. Hassler on the attack. That was a good challenge on Cherney by Bowyer, but the referee, well, I thought at first he was going to give a free kick. Now he's totally confused me and the players.
Well, Dacour's been booked as we watch for the challenge on Kurtz. Ball just broke between them and in they both went. He looks a little puzzled, Olivier Dacour, with that decision. It's just here he overruns the ball a little, and well, I have to say, Alan, once again, that's a pretty good tackle for me. Got the ball, took both, but he looks puzzled, and he's every right to be so.
So his first competitive appearance for Leeds United. Olivier Dacour gets a yellow card. When he was at Everton, in one season he managed 14 yellow cards and 1 red.
I know it's early in the season, but remind me not to get too complimentary about referees early in the first half, will you?
Involving Eric Bakker. Now room for Ian Hart, and a lot of it if he keeps going. Picks out Bridges. Bowyer. Smith takes over. Bridges again. It's just a bit too crowded.
Not a bit neat, but it was still a better ball for Michael Bridges in the end. Might well have set Alan Smith free. Just overhit the return pass. It was absolutely, I mentioned Ian Hart first half, and I never felt he could have got forward. Well, even more reason for him to go forward second half. There's absolutely acres for him, this sort of area now.
And picks out Eric Bakker. Great effort!
Well, you can't give players at this level that amount of time to control it, set it, take aim and strike. Look at that, it's one touch to control, another to set it, still no pressure on the ball. And even when he struck it, no pressure on the ball. Oh, this is very, very close. This has beaten the goalkeeper, no doubt about that. It's on target.
Again, a couple of tackles the referee didn't like. First from Hassler, then from Micklin.
Well, he's getting at it, Hassler, Thomas Hassler. He's annoyed, a little frustration. Worth keeping an eye on, I would think.
Yeah, there's a couple of little battles just boiling along nicely at the moment. Bakker against Micklin being one of them. And again, the Leeds man is adjudged to have fell for his teammate, and he's off. Well, surely that is as harsh as the earlier decision.
Yellow card.
He has. Yeah,
Yellow card.
He reached for the
He's not that bad. Steady you, he's not that bad.
Yeah, I think we both saw a red.
No, it's a yellow. I mean, it's gone up for a challenge here. He wins the ball. The left arm trails a little, but I have to say, I don't know where he's going, this referee. But Leeds have got to be very careful.
Well, had Bakker been booked for one of those earlier challenges that we felt maybe was merited, he could have been off as well.
Again, you're never too worried when Eric Micklin gets at that sort of range. It's the exception rather than the rule when he slams it in.
Good header on from Smith. There's Kelly. Bowyer, hard on the overlap, and he can hit them from this range. Will go for the cross instead. Wasn't a bad decision. Comes back to Kelly. Ooh.
I'll tell you what, if that was one of our cameras on the back of that pole where it struck, there'd be a few mobs worth thrown there. My God, what a shot. Does it strike the camera? How close is this? What a strike from the young lad. Just on the way up. Goodbye. We won't use that one again.
Thanks, Gary. That's about 20 grand you owe us. Remember, both teams at the moment down to 10 men. Ned Zelic, the Australian international, former Queen's Park Rangers and Glasgow Rangers, sent off very harshly, wrongly in fact, and at the moment Michael Dubry off receiving treatment for Leeds. His absence might be felt here from this free kick, which the referee is given to 1860. Again, Thomas Hassler over the ball for Munich.
I was saying, I knew it. Do you know, I can see where I'm behind now, and I'll tell you what, I just thought Nigel Martyn was edging. I was just about to say near post. Look at the wall, it's not covering it. He had a great view of it, but keeper very aware.
Well worth the try from Hassler. But Nigel Martyn does well again from the corner.
Yeah, it swerved out, Alan. The linesman's flag went up. Nigel Martin asked what, but it's a goal kick. Just the corner just bent out before it came back into play again.
Nicklin. Did well to find Cherney, who's done brilliantly. Great ball for Hassler. Nigel Martin's positioning was exemplary.
Well, they got away with that, and I tell you, Ian Hart's breathing a huge sigh of relief. It was a pretty poor attempt at a tackle down in the corner when he really should have cleaned things up.
Smith gets a free kick.
Well, again, that's a pretty good tackle. It's rewarded with a free kick against the guy. Stranzo made good contact with the ball.
Radaby as Gillian Lathron near the penalty spot. Bowyer delivers. Hoffman with a good punch, but he needed help from the defender. Now Kelly. They're lining up for the cross. And headed by Smith.
Well, I tell you, Alan, there's a few chats from the Leeds fans that cheat towards the referee. I think when these Leeds fans get home tonight and see this, they'll realise that they got a little fortunate with the sending off. No contact whatsoever. Ian Hart goes down. The referee decides to send him off. Straight red. That was the thing that amazed me more than anything. We'd have been criticising that had it been a yellow card. But for it to be a straight red was quite staggering.
Now had 5 yellows and 1 red in the game from the Cypriot referee. Viduka. Smith almost between the defenders, and Hoffman did well, and the keeper. 20 minutes to go in the first leg of this tie, still in the balance. Can Viduka sway the balance back in Leeds' favour here? He's done well. But not quite well enough.
Almost.
Good tackle from Smith, who's really up for this tonight. Gets it back from Viduka. The referee's pointed to the penalty spot.
Well, they can't believe it. They're arguing. Cherney can't believe it. He's standing with his hands on his hips. There was a contact. There's a little jink inside here from Smith. It's outside the box. He goes down. Yet again, Leeds have got a decision going their way. Contact's made, foot outside the box. He falls into it. The referee's no more than 5 or 10 yards away. It's a great chance for Ian Hart, who scored pretty much, what, 8 goals in pre-season.
Well, if he makes it 2-0 here, Leeds will have a strong foothold, possibly in the Champions League. It's that important, this kick. And he scores! That could be the vital goal in this tie.
Very cool. Varies it between smashing it and placing it. This time he elects to just have a good look at the goalkeeper. And once you've gone the wrong way, whether it's the middle of the goal or not quite the corner, you're never going to get back and save it. It's exactly what was called for, a second goal, but yet again you have to say that Leeds have benefited from another poor decision from the referee.
Well, Leeds have had bad luck with injuries in the build-up to the season. They've had good luck with refereeing decisions tonight. Things do tend to even themselves out in football, which has its own form of justice.
I was watching Thomas Hassler just walk back to the halfway line now, and he's just walked back with the referee, put his thumbs up towards the referee, was applauding the referee. And I don't think that was complimentary, somehow.
No, I don't think sincerity was in his mind.
But Leeds don't make the decisions, the players, they just get on with it. They've stuck at it, and they've made the most of the good fortune that they've had.
obviously a goal between it, but the difference psychologically between a 1-0 and a 2-0 scoreline is immense in European competition. And Leeds do even better. Oh yeah. Nicklin. D'accord did brilliantly then.
Well, that'll be a booking for D'accord, if I'm not mistaken. He's off then, is he? Has he not been booked?
Well, if the referee has decided it, it looks like that he dived. That's a second yellow card, and that's red. Olivier D'accord, on his competitive derby, or debut, I should say, for Leeds United, sees red. And David O'Leary won't be too happy either. And the referee's had one of those nights when he's managed to upset almost everybody.
Well, I don't think D'accord can have any argument, Alan, in all honesty, can he? It might be his first booking, but I mean, the ref's no more than 10 yards. He goes to the ground like that. Well, some things never change. In a season with Everton that was littered with red and yellow cards, and he started off in his first game with Leeds with both colours shown in his face.
The coach not prepared to settle for the 2-0 scoreline because he's putting on a striker now, one of the longest-serving players at the club, Bernhard Winkler. His 8th season with him. He's 34 now. He's really been around in German football. 1860 at the 10th different club he's had. And the man who's coming off is a defender, Martin Stranzl.
Well, he is taking a chance, isn't he, now? But I think what he's done, he's watched a front man come off, the German coach, so he's still got his man-for-man marking. But I tell you what, Kurt's better be careful. He's just thrown his arm at the referee, showing his disgust, and the referee was straight after him. He's been booked as well, I think.
He has.
So, careful. But what he's done, instead of having 3 marking 2 and a spare man, he's now gone for man marking, 1 spare man. That's given them the opportunity to put on a striker and try and pinch that valuable away goal.
Wonderful free kick there. They're claiming there was a handball, I think, there.
Yeah, it was Bakker. He has been booked. He's going to get the red in a minute. He's checking. There's a red card coming up.
The referee had to check. He's shown so many yellows. Eric Bakker, who was earlier yellow carded for a challenge on Nicklin, is shown a second yellow. That means red. He becomes the 3rd player tonight dismissed. And when all else is forgotten about this game, I think we remember the performance of the referee.
Well, it hits his arm, but he's leading with the arm. He's going for the header. Again, this is a ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous decision from this referee, who after 20 minutes of doing all right, and quite well, has just deteriorated to a level which is quite staggering. And not only staggering, Alan, but worrying.
Well, a fantastic round of applause for the otherwise disgraced Eric Bakker. Well, Leeds have experienced so much in their European adventure over the last 12 months or so. Here's another chapter tonight. 2-0 up, but 2 men off, defending on their own home ground. Nicklin. Boya wins it back. Kelly. Viduka. It's being played entirely in Leeds half now. 4 forward for 1860 here. The header has beaten Nigel Martyn, and they have got that crucial goal right at the end, would you believe? Just as Leeds United thought they were holding on, they've conceded, and it's a man who knows all about English football who's applied the killer touch. Agostino.
No pressure on the ball. It's a free cross, and I have to say it's a brilliant header. He's backing away, Agostini, from this, but look at the power and the direction he gets on that header. Absolutely top class. It was going to take something special to beat Nigel Martyn tonight, and that header was absolutely top draw. Backed a little deep, a little bit of tired legs with Leeds, and how costly might that goal prove. It's been an incredible night's football, Alan, honestly, God.
Well, for Paul Agostino, it could be Bristol City to the Champions League.
Well, I have to say, I hope it's not the sign of things to come this season that will end up at the end of matches like this talking about the man in the middle instead of the football, because that's what we're going to end talking about at the end of this game now, and it is over.
Well, now we know a new season's underway. Goals, incident, controversy, red cards, talking points galore, and as ever, the man in the middle, Kostas Kapitanis, the referee, the major debating point of the night.